I feel like Joshua might be the best British heavyweight, even better than Tyson Fury. And I say that only because
Boxing fans here in Riyadh with me, I've got Jeremiah Milton. Jeremiah, first of all, how are you? How's Riyadh, man? How's Riyadh treating you?
Yeah, alhamdulillah, I'm blessed. You know, I'm thankful to be here, thankful to be a part of the experience. Just looking forward to enjoying the whole atmosphere all week.
Let's talk about that man behind you, Francis Ngannou, somebody that you've been in camp with, done sparring with. Look, I said to Anthony Joshua, you look on your left-hand side, you see Francis Ngannou. He's a big lump, as Eddie Hearn calls him. What do you make of him when you see him physically? He goes, listen, I see what I expected, but he's a big guy, man. He's a big guy. Does he throw his hands as powerful, as big as he is?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, just look at the two of them, you know. Look at the billboard, as you can see behind us. Like, only they could be drawn that way, and it looked like the truth. So, like, they're both big guys, both big punchers. It's going to be like, in my opinion, it's like two action figures. You take them out the box and you just smash them together. So it's amazing.
A lot of people didn't know what to expect from Francis first time around, and he shocked all of us, to be honest. The way he was comfortable in the ring, you know, switching, his different type of combinations that he was doing. Were you surprised when you got into camp with him, started sparring him, the level of his boxing ability?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's just one of the things, if you see it on TV, you're going to question it because it's MMA guy. We typically know how this story goes. You don't cross over into boxing, yada, yada. But, to each their own. You actually understand what he's doing when you're in there and you see, like, okay, this is how he's having success. And, he is a comfortable fighter, you know what I'm saying? He's got a lot of composure. So it is a bit surprising just if you think of it in a narrow mindset of just the MMA guy.
Okay. You've obviously been in camp with Anthony Joshua as well, which brings your knowledge massively to this fight. When was the last time you were in camp? For people that don't know, you were in camp with AJ, and what did you see from AJ in the camps that surprised you?
Yeah, I've been a part of two of AJ's camps. One time when he was getting ready for Dillian White, the other time for Jermaine Franklin, anytime he was out there in Dallas. I think for AJ, pretty much he's a solid, big, athletic dude. And people forget, he has his own struggles, his own story. So both of these guys, being who they are, I think that you're going to have two egos on the night, you feel me?
Was there any difficulties presented by each fighter in the camps that you've attended so far?
Well, I'm not going to say for myself, because look at my face, baby. I don't try to take no punishment. You feel me? So I'm not the guy in there just getting beat up. But I mean, credit to my exposure, just being in the ring with these guys. I think both of them are very composed. Anthony Joshua is a hell of an athlete, but so is Francis. It'll be like a battle of IQs in there, and Joshua having the experience in the boxing realm, that leans in his favor, of course. I feel like Joshua might be the best British heavyweight, even better than Tyson Fury. And I say that only because he's consistent and he's to his approach. You never really wonder, like, okay, how's it going to be on the night as far as did he work out, did he train properly? So he'll do everything he needs to do to win. And then you have Ngannou, who walked through hell in the Fury fight to even be in this moment. So, yeah, it's fireworks.
Do you want to talk about Tyson quickly before I move on and talk about yourself? Tyson Fury, we saw what happened with the Ngannou fight. A lot of people are saying maybe Tyson's coming towards the end of his road in the ranks. What do you make of that? Do you feel like Tyson's got a lot more to come, especially with this big fight with Oleksandr Usyk coming up?
Styles make fights, and it's all about the approach. So I mean, just don't cheat the game. To the guys that's not cheating the game, you see the success that they have. So just stay true to the gym. As he knows, I don't know what it's like to be sitting on 20, 50 million in the account. So there's a different type of waking up and getting ready for a fight, you know what I'm saying? Netflix specials, all these things. Hey, just put it to the side, bro. You know what I'm saying? And let's get undisputed so young bucks like myself can go ahead and move on up, and these fights and the belts can start, moving around, because, I don't want to just stay in camps all the time too. I'm trying to get my name out there.
I do want to ask you about that. Tyson got that cut that we saw that looked quite open. Do you feel like that's an advantage Usyk now coming into this fight, that potentially there's some weak skin there that he could target coming into that fight?
Look, he's been a bleeder, you know. It's not the first time he bled. He bled in the Ottawa fight. Hey, you know, he has to do what he needs to do on the night to win. If I was Usyk, yeah, I'm throwing all at that eye all night, you feel me? But that's just who I am, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to take whatever advantage I know of. But Usyk is a phenomenal fighter. He's an athletic guy. I think the fight is so 50-50 because when you take two guys that never know how to lose, you know what I'm saying, you get the best out of them. And we know Usyk is a phenomenal finisher. He has a great gas tank towards the end. And Fury hasn't been a volume puncher as of late. So, you know, we'll see just how he skins it. You know, you got to favor the champ. You know, he's still undefeated. But this is a real fight for sure.
Obviously, for people that don't know you, I haven't seen you, I'm sure they've seen the viral knockout that happened a couple of years ago. Jeremiah, you're 11-0 now, if I'm correct. Talk to me about this, man. What stage are you at this present time? And by the end of this year, what stage do you want to be at in your career?
You know, so 11-0, 10-0 when we got there, you know, I thought it would be like some grand arrival or something like that. But here we are now, and I feel like this is about to be, you know, really my coming out party, bigger and on to bigger things. 11-0 as American heavyweight, yeah, it's a great accomplishment, but, you know, I just want so much more from this sport. I'm hungry. I stay around the best guys. I work hard, and that's the reason why these opportunities afford themselves to me. So for me, it's about, you know, making that transition and, you know, whatever one of these prospects or whatever we got to link up and make something happen, we make it happen.
You spoke about not just being a sparring partner for length of your career. I can remember interviewing Anthony Joshua when he was in the same position, and he called them first 10, 12 fights at embryonic stage of his career. Do you feel like it's good for you, even though you want to move out this stage at some point, that you're soaking in all this information from former champions, from former big MMA champions, that eventually all this knowledge that you're going to have in your head's going to come to fruition?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, when you spar with Tyson Fury itself, you know what I'm saying, a big confidence boost. Name somebody in the top 10, I've probably been in the ring with them. So it's pretty impressive just knowing that, like, I can hold my own and knowing that, like, I'm good anywhere I go. I can just take a phone call. Hey, you know, at the end of the day, people say, okay, don't go off sparring all the time, but the bill's still got to be paid. So as long as I'm taking care of what I need to take care of and I'm getting my experience and I'm not allowing myself to just be okay with that, you know, I'm good. You know, I got a reinvigorated spirit, you know what I'm saying? I'm ready to, yeah, take everything that I've learned in the first 10 and let's go ahead and apply them after 11 and 12 and 13, you know what I'm saying? So we're 11-0 right now. Yeah, take the training wheels off, let's go.
Final one, you talked about sparring Tyson as well. Just name me that one bit or one moment where you felt like, you know, he's very hard to hear, he's awkward or whatever it is that Tyson Fury possessed in that ring.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, boxing his whole life, you know, obviously a master craftsman. Everybody, styles makes fights, you know, and his style happens to be a very difficult one because he's gonna make you think in that ring, and he doesn't want to lose around. He's that type of competitor, and you know, if you've been boxing your whole life like he has, you got a natural way about you to get around that ring, and that's the beautiful thing about him. He's not a typical heavyweight at all. He does a lot of things different, but you know, nobody is unbeatable. You know, that triangle theory is starting to get proven. It's starting to get broken up, ain't it?
Fair enough. Jeremiah, always a pleasure to talk to you. First time I've talked to you, it's always good meeting you. No doubt I'll speak to you in the future. Good luck with just the rest of this year in regards to your career. I know you'll be sparring a lot more champions along the way. And no doubt we'll speak to you along the way. Thank you so much for giving me your time. Thank you so much.
Inshallah.